but still,
Yeah, of course.
let's
Yeah.
give it, let's have a backup.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Gautami asked me to talk, she had asked me to come here last week. I mean, last month.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was traveling, so I could not make it. But she didn't leave me. She's a very persistent lady, you all know. So I
Thank you,
said,
sir.
okay, I will do. Now, I was wondering what to talk about. All of you are students of spiritual tablet here, or there are others?
Few or others.
Okay, very good. Now, the reason I'm asking that question is for those who are in spiritual tablet, it will be a real Paurnami in the sense how do you utilize the Paurnami energies?
Yeah. Looks like
And
50%.
for
Yeah, 50%
50%.
are 50%
Okay.
are not welcome. Yeah. Others.
And those who are not into spiritual tablets, but they are definitely into spirituality,
Right.
right? So, what is there in spiritual tablets that is essential for those masters who are into spirituality? Okay. So, I just put up a brief agenda. I want our session to be interactive rather than a talk. I don't want one-way communication. Let's make it full. So the way I have structured what I thought is necessary is going into concepts such as pre-birth plan, the process of creation, our aura. When I say creation, there are multiple stages, so I will just talk about what is essential. What is life all about? A perspective into our physical life and our spiritual life. Actually, I call it the journey, right? Our thoughts, their impacts on our health, how we create our reality, and then how do we exercise this entire journey, right? What affects what? And maybe, if not today, maybe some other time, I will also talk about how do we overcome these challenges that we are creating for ourselves. So these will be the key focus areas of the talk today. With that, let me get into. Okay. So our entire life, let's try to break it down into some understanding. We are a soul essence. We are contiguous. We undergo incarnations. And, right, we are vibrating energy beings. So how do these come together? Let's try to look at it from that perspective. So typically, I mean, this is one slide. By now, it has become an adage. In all my presentations, this slide is essential when I talk on spirituality. Why? So, this entire journey of life, that is, when we have separated from what we call oneness, and our return to oneness consists of fundamentally 35 divine lessons. Okay. And the vastness of these is such that one lifetime is never enough to complete all these 35 lessons. They have different perspectives. They are, if for those who are interested in where can you find these, the best place I suggest is ramkrishna.org/divine qualities. You will find all these listed, not just 35, but some of them are repeated in different flavors, and that becomes about 47 or 51. Okay. Now, when we do this planning, we are assisted by our soul guides, etc. And they do not decide or choose anything for us. Who does the choice making? It is us. We decide how we want this. So that choice establishes a purpose of life. When I say purpose of life, you are one soul, you are going to invite many other souls to help you carry your movie on this physical life. So you are the director, you are the actor, you are the producer, and you are the spectator too to that movie. You are the observer, right? So you create that. You define the scenarios that you will need to undergo. You create the relationship and contracts with the others. That you execute. When you come to the execution, you go through multiple stages. So I have segregated them into 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21. So every 7 years, because the growth is guided by 7 principles and 7 stages, which is a matrix. And your entire soul journey has these 35 lessons. They are segregated into young soul to, infant soul up to matured and spiritual soul. As you execute your journey, you create what you call a personality. The personality becomes your physical identity. Yeah. Okay. Now, so effectively, your life is nothing but a journey which has got various colors, various experiences, various outcomes, various expectations, various failures, and so on. Okay. So basically, you create your culture, you are encultured as you grow. That is, once you have taken birth, you start with building your basic life, your pressure zone. You go through your mastering all those qualities that you require, and then execute, and ultimately, just like in a school, you complete 1 year, then you go to the next year, and so on. You continue till all your education is over. Here, education means the experiences of mastering all those divine qualities. That is life for all of us. We have various nature combinations like the full moon, the waxing moon, the waning moon, and the environment around us that is getting adjusted based on the choice of lessons that we have taken for ourselves. In this, there are certain unavoidable milestones, manageable milestones, and milestones that dictate variations, etc., wherein you have the flexibility of the choice, but in terms of the achieving the milestones, it becomes a mandatory part of the journey. Okay. Now, all that plan that we have created come and settle around us wherein we call them karmic lessons. These are part of the environment in which we are living. They are part and parcel of the environment that we are living in. These make up our human system, and we have chakras, we have energy modulation cycles and areas that take us through this journey. And there is a natural process which integrates this entire composition of the environment from energy state to physical state. We will now go into what are those that connect all this and giving us the experience. Likewise, when we embark on the journey, a couple of psychological concepts are necessary. They are particularly the Maslow's model of hierarchical needs. Okay. Masters, keep yourself in mute and please unmute yourself whenever there is a need for asking a question. Don't hesitate. Right? So, the structure of the human body has got a physical component and a metaphysical component. Okay. Likewise, from what is required is, in terms of our experience, we can classify them into deficiency needs as well as growth needs. So we start with a deficiency and then we go into growth. This growth, that 0 to 7, etc., in terms of the anatomy of the human body, you've got a physical anatomy that we are able to see each other. There is a subtle anatomy that we are not able to see, but we are able to experience. And that has got multiple states, which we call, or multiple blocks, like your Annamaya Kosha to Anandamaya Kosha or Nirvanamaya Kosha. So you've got various bodies. Each of them are made up of the same thing, but when it comes to the environment, that is subtler than the one that is lower. It is like a staircase. I'm not going to very deep into this because I've got limited time. So our needs are going to be physical, safety-oriented, relationship-oriented, our self-respect-oriented, our learning needs, our the cultural component of it, and the spiritual component of it, which is self-actualization, and then the climbing of this. Okay. So, in other words, in simpler terms, if I look at what is this life journey consisting of, we understand the word ecosystem, right? So, in our ecosystem, we are going to have growth, experience, desire, belief, emotions, ethics, the support and non-support of it, and the choices that we make. There are many more, but I have just selected, because of the page size also, I have just selected 8 of them. These become the constraints, these become the opportunities, these become the lessons as we navigate through this journey of life. Okay, let's move forward. So now, what do you have? As a natural phenomena, you can do nothing about it except contribute your might to navigate effectively. You can't stop any of this. It will be happening, and there are 2 perspectives, as Seth calls it in his wisdom sessions. He captures it as F1 and F2, physical reality and non-physical reality. So this goes through in this entire journey. And what is this principle? Just like when you are creating a dish, you have got all the raw materials spread across your kitchen stores. You bring them all to complete a dish. The dish in this case becomes the human body.
Good morning.
And
Good morning.
how is this nature effectively driving this part? You are starting with the atoms which are the base components. They are going through the transformation by virtue of natural reaction and action amongst them, cooperation, non-cooperation, resistance, etc. That energy of cooperation, non-cooperation, interaction, and so on converts them to molecules. But then it doesn't stop there. The interaction amongst them continues because each of them has got his own energy field. And the net result is molecule gets transformed to a chemical. Chemical continues the bondage and non-bondage amongst them, the reaction and the interaction that creates a cell. A group of cells can come together always. Force of attraction, force of rejection, force of bondage, and so on. From cells, they transform themselves to tissues. Tissues transform themselves into organs. Organs get together to create a system, and the system together, a group of systems, becomes a human body, a life-entailed body. Okay? This creation has given rise to what we can say going through various energy interactions within the body. This presentation will be shared. People can take it and put it to effective use. It will be shared through Gautami.
Yes.
Okay. So this becomes the energy format, the wiring diagram of a human being. Okay. Now, these if we take further, whatever plan we have created, whatever relationships we have planned, whatever we need to achieve as the incarnation purpose and its journey, we have what we call, because the model of execution has got certain combinations, but who is executing all of it? You. You have the flexibility, right? So you create this environment both before being born and subsequently after being born as you navigate through your journey. Okay? So you have a process, you have your ecosystem, the physical as well as. Now, this is the background process of your navigation through life, through your experiencing the processes. Okay? As you are living your life, you create your own equations. I would like to call them the emotional equations. What are they? Dealing with the difficult times, finding your balance, that is your homeostasis or your happiness zone. When you are in your work life, how your experiences get generated and the influences that they have on you, and also identifying ourselves. We need to know ourselves, right? We are playing different roles at different stages. So how does that influence us? A simplistic one. You create an expectation, you go into an activity, and it has got its own outcome. Your desired outcome is different. Its manifested outcome is different. And what do you feel? You feel happy. You feel emotional. You undergo despair. You create a suffering for yourself, right? Now, there could be disappointments. There could be regret, and so on. So many are the different colors in which we start vibrating as we navigate ourselves. Okay. Now, effectively, when we are leading our life, what do we have? We have thoughts. We intake food. We have relationships. When these are So putting our equation together from whatever we have created till now, right? We can segregate them into thoughts. We can say, because you have got systems, your body ecosystem has got the systems, you've got the breath, you've got the circulation, and other forces that are working on you. So you have some role played by them. Then you have got breaking down the systems. Your respiratory, circulatory, digestive, generative, nervous, immune. There are many others. I have not listed. I have just listed only the major ones amongst them. And then you got your experiences as you navigate. You got your memories. You got your feelings. You got your emotions. Are they connected or are they not connected? That if that were the question that we ask ourselves, right? Let us see. And on the other side, we just said that there is a methodology that we follow in converting from vibration, energy, to physical matter. And vice versa, both. Physical matter also, in the course of transformation, will get converted to energy. Both are important. And if this were the background process that we are living under, and we can break ourselves into systems, components, experiences, and something that we are able to appreciate, which are thoughts, food, and relationship. Right? Now, these impact and they are all interconnected is what we will understand as we process. Now, together with these interconnections, we end up creating and influencing the way the transformations take place and create the body. When I say create the body, we also end up creating the challenges for the body. Okay? Right? Keep this. This becomes the entire crux of the way we lead our life. Okay? Now, what happens as a human body? Our various systems that are there, which are executing, anything that goes wrong at any time, how would it manifest in your reality? This is a question. People can unmute and answer. How do you think this is going to impact? What happens when your kitchen, which has got a similar ecosystem, it has got the ingredients, it has got the manufacturing process, and you have got to regulate it properly. If you don't regulate it properly, what happens? Do you end up burning your food?
Yes.
So, sir, we'll end up having some disease or something in our body.
No. In the kitchen, you're going to spoil the dish. And here...
No, I was talking about the previous question. Okay.
So, when they are not maintained in the equilibrium, then you are going to influence these energies and we end up creating challenges for each component. And once we have introduced a challenge, it becomes a nuclear fission, a chain reaction. Okay. So our life is going to be filled with what we call conflicts, driven by our expectations and the way they work on us. So there could be various conflicts. I have just listed 9 categories here, but there are many others, right? So what is a morsel conflict? Two people are talking to each other. What is a morsel? Everyone understands? And now you need not mute yourself because I want this to be interactive from here.
Yes, piece of food, sir. Morsel is nothing but
Morsel is
piece
right?
of.
So one small portion of food that we put into our mouth, it goes through all these systems that we have listed here, starting with feeding all this and then coming out. Okay, right? So that morsel conflict, if you take in, there are 3 things that are possible, right? It has gone in, I have digested it, I have excreted it. If my system is not able to withstand, I generate diarrhea or I throw out. Right? So the equilibrium, because all of these are individually surviving components. We are made of units that have got the individual capacity to always maintain their balanced functioning. And so a morsel conflict. 2 people communicate with each other. That means they are sending food elements effectively. They are sending energy to each other, correct? They are communicating, they are talking. 2 people, either they are able to digest what they are getting or they have got their own way of handling it. But ultimately, they should not be stuck at that point. If they are stuck, then the decay starts. Okay. Now, all these conflicts that are available are experienced as either self-esteem or the lack of it. And when self-esteem is threatened, they become effectively the transducers of ill health. They are the carriers of ill health. I've just said one morsel conflict. The other one is procreation. People, they want to procreate. They are not able to procreate. Becomes separation conflict. Right? All these impact us one way or the other. Okay, so now what is happening? Again, whatever conflict is there, this process is continuing. You can't stop this. And the net impact of all this is experienced by the center. What is there in the center?
Body.
The body, the human body, the one that is here. What do you have in your control to manage these?
Mind, thoughts.
You have mind, thoughts, your execution, your experience, and right? So you have all those stages that should not be allowed to impact this, become a syndrome that puts you potentially stuck at one stage and does not let you. So you need to understand the nuances of what is all this. How do you see that this is not damage? There are going to be circumstances. Now, just imagine there is a tiger hunting for food, there is a deer in the environment. Okay. Now, the moment the deer senses the tiger, what does it do? It attempts to run. It will attempt to run. And that pressure, it is able to run and escape, let us say. The moment it has successfully escaped, what does it do? It gives it time for the body to return to normalcy. Right? When that doesn't happen, then we end up creating further damage to ourselves. Okay. So now if we go further, okay. Now, how does this translate itself into ill health? How does this translate itself into? Okay. So let us go into a, sorry, what did I do? Sorry. Okay. Let's go into another slide. Yeah. Okay. So now what do we have? We have our journey. We have our thoughts, which are connecting the various milestones in that journey as we are going on it. And so let us try to bring all that we have created for ourselves together. So our major journey is by means of thoughts and outcomes. Outcomes could be positive or negative, resulting in emotions. Emotions are going to drive our behavior pattern. They are again going to have outcomes, and they are going to keep on proceeding this way. When these, in summary, right, what are the kind of thoughts? Let's just take a brief look. Thoughts fall into two categories: conscious, subconscious, and the third category I will introduce, though he has put it in bracket. My interpretation is there are three kinds of consciousness. One is the conscious, the one which we undergo when we are awake. The other one is the subconscious. The third one is the unconscious. Conscious is the only one that gives you the power to navigate. Once you have accepted something, once you have digested something, it transforms itself into energy patterns, and those energy patterns are supplied to subconscious, which acts as a permanent memory. Now, in the permanent memory, they keep on cycling, they undergo the same experience day in, day out, and over a period of time, your physical body takes them up, and that becomes a habit. That will drive the outcome. So what are they? Habits and patterns. They drive the automatic functioning of the body, because once you are addicted to a habit, good or bad, right? They will, whether you are conscious of that or you are not conscious of that, it is going to influence. And where does all that influence go? To the basic connecting, transformative process that is natural. Okay. So you have got components of your memory, your creativity, your emotions, your protections, your long-term memory, your judgments, your critical thinking, your planning, your wisdom. All these together are the various lessons of spiritual tablet which are going to manifest themselves time and again. Now, the next part. We have all this, right? Now, we have three components through which we experience all these things. They are the spirit, the body, and the mind. We as the spirit, we as the body, we as the mind. We should be able to have that level of awareness, which is anyway experienced by all of you as you are meditating. As you meditate, you are strengthening these components, their roles, and your knowledge about how they function on you. Okay. So now let's go to the next stage. Right? We have seen the body and brain connection. That means the physical body and the state of the body and the state of the mind are interconnected at all stages, right? You've got your physical component of the brain that does the thinking and the logic side. Then you've got the emotional side. You have got the vital functions of the body, the involuntary nervous system and all that is managed. That is there. Then you have got the system which is working on your endocrine, which is nothing but regulating all these forces that you are creating and working the involuntary system, the feed into that. And then you have also got the most important, which is again the immune system. Are you giving the body the time that it requires for it to maintain its balance? Right? Balance is measured in terms of your immunity. Are you able to digest what you are taking? Are you not able to? So think about these terms, these components, these outcomes in terms of your physical aspect at the understanding level and the actual functioning of it at the experience level, and always remain in the zone of balance, always remain there. Then we understanding this is vital to creating our own methodology of maintaining our health. Now, what is the impact of these thoughts? These thoughts, these experiences, and the emotions. Why emotions? I will show you the relationship in another 5 minutes. Right? So, you have got all organs doing the function of the body. We said they become organs, right? Atom to molecule, to chemical, to cell, to tissue, and groups of tissues based on the function they are going to perform, they become organs. Right? So now, when you demonstrate hate or cruelty, who is the fellow who is impacted? Hate, cruelty, impatience. These are the small intestine or large? This is the small intestine, right?
Small intestine.
Right. And then your heart. Because now here I would want the emotion. Now, okay. Now there's one more aspect to it. I'll talk. Here you are talking about your worry, anxiety, mistrust, your kidneys. Are they the kidneys? No. This is the liver and
Digestive system, sir.
right. No, digestive system, when I say a lot other components will come into picture.
Mm.
Okay. Here we have got I think this is the Liver and
That is
maybe the pancreas.
Pancreas, sir.
Right? So pancreas is getting impacted. Then you have got your large intestine. When you are depressed, or your lungs, they are impacted. Then fear, right? You have got your organs that are going to get impacted. Now just imagine, once you have created an experience, you have got your subconscious and your unconscious which are working, right? You are breathing in and breathing out. Can you stop your breath? Can we stop our breath? Not momentarily.
no.
You cannot. Right? Now, as energy, right? When your energy is in motion, you can call it the emotion. Emotion is nothing but energy in motion. So whatever you are experiencing as emotion, it is going to circulate throughout the body, either as prana, which is again broken down into further components, 5 that we can think of, and 5 sub-pranas. All of them are going to touch every point. But what is riding on them as a carrier? Your emotion. Can you think of that? Can you visualize that? Can you experience that? When you are angry, you are breathing. You are breathing faster than normal.
Right.
And you are carrying that acidic pattern through your blood as well as through your breath. Now, in the center of it, you have got atom to molecule to chemical to, you are varying the chemical composition, correct? That means the cells that get created, those cells that are in turn becoming tissues and organs and so on, as you are circulating, these connecting lines can be visualized. I'm talking about these connecting lines can be visualized to be carrying those energies into it. Does it mean you are creating a raw material which is corrupted? You are also creating a end product which is corrupted. You have created a disease. Yes. How do we experience these? We experience them at various levels. You experience them on your physical body, but then the way they go down is your acceptability or inacceptability with your knowledge or your emotion or your energy pattern or your pranic, or all of these eventually show their impact on the body. You resist, you increase the impact. You let go, you reduce the impact. That is what meditation is telling us. Okay. So, going by this, the emotions, the body-brain connections, they will always impact us. They will try to create our reality in life. Okay. So now, this brings me to the last slide of what I had created for us today. Okay. So effectively, that becomes, so imagine that is having a woodpecker effect, because your breathing is cyclic, your circulation is cyclic. How does the woodpecker work? What does the woodpecker do? And how does it work? Anybody? What does a woodpecker do? Just
Pecks
think.
the wood.
Pecks the wood. So now imagine a tree. Okay. What does the woodpecker do? It will try to do a peck. It will hit the tree, the trunk of the tree. It is not able to penetrate. It will keep on searching for a weak spot and keep on pecking at that. Eventually, what happens to the trunk?
That will become weak at that particular portion.
At that portion, it will become weak and it will cave in. It will give in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are all the organs that we saw? Are they also collection of the nature units in them? The Panchabhutas that we talk about?
Right.
Right. Now, just imagine, woodpecker keeps on pecking at in a rhythmic pattern till it has created a cave-in. Right? Or it has broken. The tree trunk is like your immune system, and the emotion that you are carrying is like the beak of a woodpecker. Now, the rest is rhythmic. As you are breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, that is a rhythmic pattern that you are subjecting the body to. It is loaded with your thoughts. In other words, energy or vibrations, which are going to hit and create a problem till the organ breaks in, because all of them are interconnected by one system, which is the immune system. Or immunity is a characteristic that is part of every system that is there. And every system has got its own power to heal itself. Right? So, how do you regulate them? You are going to, in a day, you are creating thoughts. Thoughts is energy. Your thoughts collectively are having been processed by bits and pieces of that thought from others, from yourself, from your acceptance, from your belief system, and so on. They become an idea. This idea is passed on from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind, where it is stored, where it is then converted to an emotion, which means that emotion is the one that is going to actuate the body, the physical body, the hands and legs, right? And the muscles. So that vibration is expressed through an action. This action is got certain conditions, it has got certain circumstances, it has got certain environment, and these actions have got and alter the environment, just like you controlling the knob which regulates your heat, pressure, and so on while you are cooking. That creates that system and comes out as results. This results is the reality. But our attachments, our passions impact us and manifest as disease. Now, because this is a process, what do you have under your control? The input device, the way it is going to manifest. So you will utilize your meditation, your visualization, your conscious influence on the energy that is going in, so that it is charged with the intent of recovery. which means you are not going to induce more negative thought for it to create a problem. Okay. Next 15 minutes or 10 minutes is available for Q&A.
Very nice. It's a great talk, sir. Thank you so much.
No,
It's
it's
not.
very kind of you for
Mm,
giving me the opportunity. I should have started with salutations, but I'm going to end with salutations.
It's a great talk. And hey, guys, utilize this time and ask the questions to him so that you get more knowledge.
And all this wisdom is contained within 550 plus tablets that have been created by Dr. GK,
Wow.
encapsulated, practiced, and this is spiritual tablets for those who don't know, and this is wisdom for those who know.
Very good.
So if there are questions, please.
I think now you can take out this presentation so that everybody will come into the limelight.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please do ask your questions.
Just please raise your hands. Any basic question, that's okay. Please come. Please ask the questions. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I have one question. So these energy systems, like, it's a continuous flow, before birth to after birth. And again, after death, it will goes to the
It
next
is a new life. Yes.
life. So it is a
Correct.
continuous flow of energies. So that means like it's all emotions. That's all. So giving us
It is energy in motion. I would use the word energy in motion instead of emotion. Because
right.
the way we understand
Mm.
emotion is different from the spiritual way of looking at emotion. It is energy in motion. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Right. So many people say that like we should get a very good life in at least in the next one, and we don't want this kind of a bad life in the next one, something like that they talk. I mean, it's a layman in the layman language. So how these energy systems, like the as you said, energy in motion, how it helps for this kind of thoughts of people.
See, first of all, materialistic existence is what these people are seeking. Okay. Now, materialistic existence is to support you while you are on this planet Earth. And so one is, I want good life. What do you mean by good life? Because there are a couple of things I didn't take into the depth when I was talking. One was, you are creating your plan. You are creating your life. Right? Your life is going to have positives and negatives because you need to experience the whole lot of it. How are they connected? If they are leading a life aligned to their purpose, they are leading a life in which they are taking care of their materialistic existence, and they are also uplifting the others who have been born along with them, then they are doing justice. And that is the only way that they can get the good quality of life. What is life in their terms? Is it 10 houses, 15 cars?
Yeah, that is the
Right.
one thing they don't understand. Life means like, the
Now,
life
let us
going
look at it. Let's
right.
look at it from, let us say you got $1 million today.
Mm.
Okay. Why do you think you have received that $1 million? Is it for you to hoard, or is it for it to give it to your children? Or is it for taking care of your comforts, your needs, and take care of the others that you have brought with you? You cannot lead your life all alone.
Yeah.
So you need to have that as the understanding that you require. What is life? Let us first understand. What is life given? Life is a project. It has got a start time and it has got an end time. So that way, if you really look at it, right, you
Yeah.
actually create your life. And it is a very interesting fact. If you read the book on soul contracts, right, there's a book, Soul Contracts Decoded, which tells you that what you need to achieve in your life, what you need to do in your life is encoded in your name. Because encoded in your name, which you are given at the time of birth. It's a very interesting revelation.
That's interesting.
Very interesting, because the name of the birth, utilizing the numerology of Moses,
Mhm.
you can translate it into a frequency. That frequency enunciates your purpose of life into 3 categories: your lessons, your talents, and your goals. You can identify them and lead your life through them.
But without
It's,
following that numerology, people go for, fashionable names.
they think that they're going for fashionable names. Even those are chosen by the soul before it is born. How it manifests is a very interesting phenomenon. I wanted to give a particular name to my eldest daughter. My wife had a different name. And when the person who was recording the birth, she heard and she wrote down the name. That became the birth name of the child on the birth certificate. And she spelt it wrong.
Mhm.
She spelt it wrong. Vishalakshi became Vishalakshmi. Okay. Vishalakshi became Vishalakshmi.
Okay.
Now, the energy combination of Vishalakshi and energy combination of Vishalakshmi is not the same. So, in frequency terms, the name will match the purpose of life. This is difficult for us to comprehend with the rational mind that we carry. It's a very interesting phenomenon. Yesterday, one of my very close friends who is also into spirituality, He writes, I went through a session of numerology I have learned and I tried to apply, and I can pinpoint every single experience of my life in line with that outcome of the spirit. What is spirituality again? It is a frequency. Numerology is a frequency, but should you subscribe to that? My answer is no. Just like you can know all your life by doing the past life regression.
We can't, not all.
No, you can. It depends the extent to which you are able to connect and which particular life and which purpose you are doing that past life regression for. You can go that deep when you are doing past life regression. But then why are you doing it? The objective is to overcome some limitation that you have got currently. So that becomes the purpose. That becomes why you are doing it. Once you have got that answer, it's over. Likewise, the energy of getting more than what we require is because we have also chosen the experience of giving and taking care of others, which we forget in our passion. So that will come back to us as energy of that is influencing our next life. Whether you are poor or rich is secondary. Are you getting me? Are you materialistically poor or rich? You will end up giving that back if you misuse. That is how energy you can neither destroy nor create. It gets redistributed. So answering your question, that's the way it will work. Your karma will ensure that it is part of. Some of those actions are for one karma stage, which you are calling Agami karma, foundation stone today for manifestation tomorrow. It is not that they are not interconnected. They are very deeply interconnected. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. Any other question?
Yeah. I still have one question. Like, as you said,
Please.
like, you know, our names. So it has an impact on our energy systems and also, like, you know,
Yes,
probably
yes.
our
Our environment, yes.
environment. So actually, my name, I mean, in America, people, these Americans, and even some of the Indians, especially towards the northern portion of India, so they cannot say Gautami, Gau. So they say Gatami or Gotami. And in America, these Americans also it's very tough to say that Gau.
Yeah.
And they said Ta or Guvatami. You know, they so but after coming here, okay, so I understood that it is tough for them to pronounce. So I did not really bother about it, you know, whatever, you know. I just spelling G for this, A for that, U for this, something like that. I was managing. But recently what happened was when somebody, again, you know, the same thing, it's been going on, you know, many years. And recently what happened was, again, somebody did not pronounce my name properly. That time I got so much of angry on that. You know, it is very simple. Say Gav, Ta, me. You know, initially, for so many years, I did not get, you know, I was not really reactive on that. But recently, somehow, you know, I was really surprised why I did not like when the people are saying, you know, incorrectly my name. So probably, you know, my soul played a role.
Your energy pattern, you were influenced by, yes.
Yeah.
Your energy pattern impact was.
Yeah.
But then if you are aware and you are a meditator, right? This is like the tiger which is chasing you and you have escaped.
Yeah. So then I said, like, that a simple thing, my name is Gautami Satyasri. You can call me Satya or you call me Sri because it's easy for them. Rather than like, somehow, I managed and I told them, but this is a
So may I ask
now,
something?
yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Happy morning, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know whether I can ask on this group because I am not really on the group. I
Go ahead, please.
saw the invite at thinking, yeah, thank you. So this is Jasbir. Sir, I was listening to you, though kitni baar bhi suno, it's like really, really phenomenal the way you explain it. And yeah, my understanding gets better and better. But sir, at the moment, the topic which is being discussed, the names and all. So I think pronunciation is just a geographic thing, na? If somebody is pronouncing your name
No,
incorrectly.
it could be, but the only thing is sound. Do we say word
Okay.
is very powerful?
Mm-hmm.
For a spiritual
Yeah.
person, right? Word, the way it is uttered, is nothing but frequency. It is nothing but vibration.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So though this was not my question really. My question is like, see this again, aren't we going into another limiting belief by if we get stuck at this? Because
If
what I'll
you get,
tell
no,
is
you
my
said it.
sister,
You said it. If you get,
Tuck.
yeah, stuck
your word is stuck.
by
You
this.
should not get stuck. Your energy flow should be maintained.
Yes. So, but then if we go, I mean, we get intrigued by a name or the way it's pronounced or something like that, we might, because we are trying to get out of all our limiting beliefs that we have all the power to create our own destiny and etc. Like my sister,
Correct.
her name was something different when she was born on the certificate till 10th, but somehow she did not fancy it. And during the 10th, she altered it by submitting an affidavit. How do you explain that? I mean, she was given a different name in the childhood, and in 10th class, she went and changed it.
If you go into the very depth of it, right? She later on took the name that she would plan to be born with. That correction also
Okay.
is because of part of her purpose of life. If it doesn't align, you'll have a misaligned experiences of life.
Right.
Are you
Okay.
getting me?
Okay.
Right? But
Yeah,
then if it is,
I am. Yeah.
see, if it is spiritually looking at it, if it was not in alignment, the nature will adjust it. So that's what we learn in Thinking and Destiny. Right?
Yes, sir.
Nature
Yes.
will adjust the scenario such that you get forced into it.
Yes, sir.
This is a very,
Yes, sir. So I was.
It's very difficult for us when we look at it from not being an experience, but there is some sort of an involvement in it. Right? It will manifest. Like in the first chapter itself, when he talks about destiny, he talks about two friends in that book. One,
yes.
Two friends who are on a walk and there is an accident. One of them gives up his life in that. Right?
Yeah.
Or one of them ends his life. That's the experience. Okay.
Yes.
Now, there is a reason behind this. Then he goes to explain how all his family members sat with him and created as a pre-birth plan.
Yeah.
And that becomes the experience that he has to undergo. But we, in our physical attachment domain, we start saying, that's not the life. He was too young to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So there is that gap which will be experienced by us day in and day out.
So
That
I'm
is
trying to
where,
help a
yeah,
friend of mine,
correct.
who just lost her son, who was just 34, 35 in South of America. Like he was trying to create a new Guinness Book of World Record by
Hmm.
cycling for 10,000 kilometers.
Hmm.
So he met an accident en route and he died on the spot. She had just landed at Kumbh. She was going
Hmm.
for her Kumbh Mela. She had just landed when she got that news, and it took her about 3 to 4 days to reach the US
Hmm.
to be with her child. So she is
Hmm.
absolutely devastated at the moment, asking for help, but she's too angry. I'm not able to I'm not talking to her also at the moment. I just sit with her, hold her hand. I'm not talking to her because she's so angry. She's saying, I don't want to listen to anything. I don't want to listen to anything.
Give
Nothing will
it time.
explain this. So she's
No,
at a very,
nothing will explain
yeah,
except laws of the spirit world. She needs to read and understand. That's a beautiful, similar
yes,
situation
I know
in
that
which,
lady. Yeah, her sons come back and talk to her. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll give her that book and I'll try and make
yes,
her read.
yes, that
Yeah.
will help
Otherwise, she's a
significantly.
very
But no, no,
spiritual
but
person.
but but give her time.
Yeah, that's
Let
what I'm
her
doing. So
come
I just
back
wanted to
to
ask,
let her,
am
yeah.
I doing the
No,
right
give
thing?
her
Yeah.
time. Give her time.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Because
Yeah.
see, it is the physical environment that she is connecting with currently.
Yes,
That
yes.
has to
I
wane
mean, she's
off
not ready to
completely.
listen. She says, I
No,
don't
that is
want to
because, no,
understand
no,
anything. I just don't.
precisely. That is a
Yeah.
manifestation of her attachment to the physical environment.
Right. Yeah.
Don't give her time.
No, but she says she says all this is very, I already know this. She says but where is the proof? I don't want to understand anything else. I mean,
If you know
it's
all
been
of
two
it,
months, but
then
I'm still
this
waiting
is
for
a
her to
crazy
come.
statement
Yeah.
because I say I know the
No,
whole
not
thing, but
me. I'm talking about
no,
her.
no, I'm talking about
Yeah.
her only. This is very peculiar for me
Yeah.
thinking spiritually
Experiencing is
because
another thing, na, sir?
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Thank you,
I
sir.
agree.
Thank you.
Yeah. Someone else had a question.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Jaspreet.
Jaspreet.
Yeah, and somebody else also want to talk.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Somebody, who is that?
No, this is Jasbir. Someone else had a question, I thought.
Yeah.
Is it there in this one? Gita also energy not destroyed. Okay.
And somebody is wrote something. Let us see. This is no. 3 new messages. What is it? Let's see. Yeah. Gita also said that energy is not destroyed. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Ramachandran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rema Ramachandran. Someone else, I thought, was it Sunita? Someone had raised their hand. I'm not able to see that person. Anyway.
No, sir, not this time.
Oh, no, not this time. Okay.
Okay. So again, I'm coming back to my question again. So
Hmm.
what should I do with this kind of scenario with my name? So
Accept and forget. It is because of their ignorance
right.
and let that energy go away.
Okay, got it.
Right. So, and then there is another beautiful book that I have posted in the groups that I'm attending, including our Ashwini group, which is the secret language of your body.
Okay.
Okay. In which every kind of an emotion, there is a corresponding color therapy through which you can let that go. Now, color again is another form of energy. And
Right.
basically, what are you doing? You are doing two things. One, I surrender. I forgive.
Mm.
Since both are coming from you, the benefit is reaching the desired objective. So you, in your meditation, place that intent and say, I know these people. I mean, I had this problem when I was living in the UK.
Okay. Mm.
When I took my daughter for admission, they were Europeans pronounce your name with a Czechoslovakian touch rather than what it is. My daughter's name was Vishalakshi,
Mm.
and they juxtaposed the last digits into Vishalaski.
Yeah.
So the teacher and the 9-year-old is talking to each other. But this is a long time ago. So, sir, my name is Vishalakshi. He says, yes, Vishalaski.
Mm.
So it is a limitation that they have.
Right.
So you know that they are saying this. That is the way your ears can take it.
Mm.
So there are various ways of handling it. The best one is let it pass.
Mm. Yeah.
Because if they can't pronounce, they can't pronounce.
Mm. So what is it in the meditation I should intend?
You
Like,
say that I forgive them
right.
and I am understanding that they mean my name, but it is their tongue which is not bringing out that sound.
Right.
Otherwise, what happens is you get stuck with that feeling. You should not get stuck with that feeling. You should let that feeling pass through you.
Mm.
Then you will not be giving energy to that thought, and that will have no impact on you.
Right. Thank you.
And over time, as you are practicing that, it will fade away from your memory also.
Mm.
It's like the experiments that you are seeing nowadays in social media. You spell it wrong also, your mind will read it right.
Mm-hmm.
See, if I spell breath as B-R-E-A-T-H, it is correct. But if I write B-R-A-T-H, B-R-A-E-T-H, you will still read it as breath only.
Breath only. Right. Mm.
Right? So that's the way. Yeah, Ratna ma'am and Nagendra.
Nagendra. Yes, go
I
ahead,
just
sir.
want to say that, but every sound has a vibration
Could you
Mm.
please
and a
put
frequency.
your video, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So every sound has a frequency, it vibrates at certain frequency, but what is the intensity of the influence, the impact of that influence on our lives?
Very good.
I'm just
The
thinking
woodpecker.
it's really
The
like
woodpecker effect, with the trunk being the immunity.
Mm.
I gave the example, right? I said woodpecker and the tree trunk. Immunity is the force that is striking your immunity. I mean, woodpecker's beak is the force of what is coming in. Immunity is the ability. You can break the wood if it is trying to hit a tree which is very strong, right? Its beak will break. Nothing will happen to the tree. That means you strengthen your immunity with more energy.
Yeah.
That's the way you can handle it. Just like your question is very similar to what Gautami asked.
Yes.
Yeah?
I
Very
just
similar.
want to add that it's not a question. I just want to add that more or less a statement.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right.
Yes. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Got it. Yeah, Nagendra.
Nagendra.
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi.
Sorry, I missed some initial part, but I hope I'll get the recording.
Oh yes.
The question is, can we assume our soul plan or karma saved in our subconscious mind, and that is how our subconscious mind influences our thoughts.
No. See, all
No?
these are energies.
Okay.
All these are energies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it depends upon which area of your life you want to consider in this. If it is a disease has got nothing to do with it, except that you say that is an experience I have chosen.
Okay.
And let me give you a practical example. I am disabled because I don't have 5 toes. Okay? In both the feet put together, I don't have 5 toes. I can let it trouble me. Then I am stuck there. Or I take it as a lesson for me to say, okay, this challenge has come to teach me that I can manage irrespective of what it is. This is not a limiting factor. Both are possible, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, the moment I surrender saying this is my karma, I am treating karma as negative, not as a lesson. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at karma as a lesson. Karma is a lesson. It is a chapter. Either that chapter's objective is to teach you, that means give you the skill, or bring out your hidden skill. The objective
Okay.
of both of them are going to lead you to your goal. What is your goal? Not succumbing to that situation, utilizing that situation and moving on with life, correct? So that becomes the overall frame within which we experience anything.
Okay, then who is going to influence the thoughts? Let's say we have some
Your
plan.
free
and,
will, your body mind is the free will that is influencing you. Body mind.
just mind. Okay.
It
Got
is
it.
the body mind
Okay.
which is
Not
holding
the
you, your ego.
subconscious. Okay.
No, not
Okay.
this subconscious. Not this subconscious. You are
Okay.
letting the body mind take control of the subconscious. Subconscious is a facility available to you. Are you
Okay.
going to let your body rule you, or are you going to use the body as a vehicle to learn and move on? See, that is the spiritual side of life, right? See, when I said I'm considering something spiritually, what is the body? The body is a vehicle.
Right.
It has a puncture, it is disabled. You replace the wheel and proceed. Many of us, we get stuck at the body level.
Right.
This
That's
vehicle
true.
is not there, I can't move. That becomes the spiritual objective of guiding our life.
Okay, one other question. Let's say, can we differentiate a thought whether it's influenced by our subconscious mind or something else?
Oh yes, you can make out.
Okay, how can we differentiate? Like, I mean,
Increase your consciousness. Easy, very easy, simple answer. But you need to go to the root of it. For
okay,
which?
roots.
So you need to go into the source.
Meditation.
Okay. So
Okay.
meditation is one side of it. The intent, the visualization, all these are milestones of that meditation journey. That is the way
Thank you,
that
sir.
you'll be able to come. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, Gautami,
Yeah,
I have exceeded your time by half an hour now.
that's okay. No problem. If anybody has questions, Anuradha Joshiman, you said you want to come to Sir's session. Specifically, you told me the other day, Anuradha ma'am.
She is a great master.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग
सर ऐसा मत
अनुराधा।
कीजिए सर, ऐसा मत कीजिए।
मैं कैसा कर रहा हूँ मैम? हम सब एक दूसरे से हमेशा सीखते हैं। ये कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे को आपसे ज्यादा मालूम है या आपको मेरे से ज्यादा मालूम है। दोनों में कुछ ना कुछ है जो सीखने के लिए है।
सर बस इतना बताना चाहती हूँ कि गौतमी जी से पिछले पूर्णिमा, सॉरी आई स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, आई contacted Gautami ji last month for the Purnima thing. Dr. GK has a vision that from North India, since I have lived in the Philadelphia, Harrisburg area for 6 to 7 years, that we contribute somehow, we get connected to the masters in that area. And maybe if there is some, say, notes or anything, that there is an exchange between the masters from, say, India to West. With that idea, I've connected to this region, and that's how last month and now I'm, attending these Purnima sessions here. So that's the idea.
Oh, welcome, ma'am.
That's how I got this link also. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I get dragged everywhere, and I have surrendered. I have become what you call Michael A. Singer's untethered soul. So whoever says, "Come, khicho, chale jao."
See, it is all
एलर्जी वाले उसमें भी आई थी।
Pardon?
I had come to that allergy presentation also, but I was very distracted during that session. And yeah, but yeah, sir, बाकी बहुत अच्छा सेशन, और इस तरह हम लोग थोड़ा कोलैबोरेट, कोऑपरेट सब करते रहेंगे।
No, definitely. Actually, the current Ashwini batch is going to end up having at least 4 diseases. See, Vishuddha batch did for 1 disease, right? They did the thesis and all and published a book out of it. The Ashwini batch currently I'm thinking of is going to work on 4 books. Whoever wants to collaborate is welcome. They are going to be diabetes management, blood pressure management, autoimmune disease, IBD. These are the 4 diseases that the Ashwini batch is going to work on.
Sir, asthma?
Asthma. Okay, we can add the 5th disease, no problem.
The thyroid is not included in it?
Thyroid, I have not specifically included, but we can take up more. There's no restricting. This is not a limiting this one. I am also planning to have, these are going to be 4 research topics. But if there are more, we will take them also. Because the way I am seeing spiritual tablets evolve for tomorrow is that we will become specialization departments for each disease also.
Okay.
That's what I said. I have left spiritual tablets 4 times so far.
What a funny thing, sir, to say.
No, I mean, this is addictive. As I said on the day, right, this topic, this subject is highly addictive.
Because it is a story of our own soul.
Exactly, I know.
The soul doesn't leave.
So we want to add, and for each generic health-related challenge, we want to identify as many sources and bring out the framework of meditation to overcome every disease that we are talking about.
Right.
What is this? When is my turn?
When is my turn? In June to start. You can't leave even the 5th time, sir.
Namrata. No, in fact, we are going to strengthen the self-learn program because if we can create a navigation journey we can do great things, is what I'm feeling. Let's see.
Yeah. Probably I'll come back to you regarding specifically on thyroid thing.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What
All right,
else?
guys, if you have any questions, we can bother sir some more time.
Oh, I mean, I have all the time in the world.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if not, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And
hope your objective is met of this session.
of course, and we can do meditation after this. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do meditation. Then,
Yeah. Thank
then
you.
I will end the program with the meditation then. Okay.
Oh, I'll have to drop off because I have a visitor.
Okay.
Okay, with your permission, I'll drop off. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh,
It's
welcome,
Thank you,
welcome.
sir.
Anytime. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Subbareddy
sir.
garu. Yeah.
okay.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Jayapradha garu. Yeah, bye.